Schmack-a-macabre, what's up everybody? As every time I do these currently crankings, I put it up at the last day of the month, which in this case it's New Year's Eve. So if you're watching this right when I put it up, because it'll be 6 p.m. Eastern, and you haven't gone out yet to have your New Year's Eve party, or if you're staying home or whatever the case is, I hope you have an amazing New Year. And if you drink, don't drive, okay? You know, not cool. Well, this is what I currently crank. I'll show this real quick because it's only one song, but it's a Christmas tradition. I currently crank No Presents of Christmas right when it turned Christmas. Right when I came back from my parents' house after the big meal, and I cranked that. It's a tradition. All right. So I want to thank David Lovell. And it sucks. I'm going to say the story again, David. I still feel bad about this, brother. I have a friend that has an identical name to his, except it's not Lovell, it's Lovett, with 2 T's, and he has 2 L's. And you know, me and him, we bust each other's balls, and I busted his balls once, thinking I was talking to David Lovett. And he was like, what the fuck, man? Because it was a little rude what I said to him. I can't remember what I said, but I still feel bad about it. But it makes me feel good that he was nice enough to send me his new album. He has a band called Gemini Method, and this rocks, man. It's really good. He sent me 2 copies, which is awesome. One signed, one not. And I appreciate it, dude. And dude, I'll be honest with you, man. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't say it. I wouldn't be currently cranking it. I've cranked this 3 times already since you sent it to me. I think it's awesome. It's a brand new album. Look into these people, man. If you do like some good damn rocking, you need to check out Gemini Method, man. Good stuff, man. I love Vanity's a Deadly Sin. The Politics of Contraband is really cool. Just the whole thing rocked, man. I don't have the song titles memorized yet, but I remember those 2 songs. It's kind of like got a great bookend. Everything in the middle is awesome. That song. Oof. All right, I just recently bought this because I want to complete my Queen's collection. I only need It's a Kind of Magic, and what else? I think that's it. I think this is all I need. But I bought this one. I like It's a Kind of Magic more, but I found this cheap online. But yeah, I love, Radio Gaga. I really ended up liking, which I used to not like that, or I Gotta Break Free. I Want to Break Free, I didn't like either. I love those songs now. Tear It Up, Hammer to Fall, good stuff. Queen, The Game, an incredible live album. Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band, live Bullet, rockin', man. Catmandu, Traveling Man, Beautiful Loser, Turn the Page, Bo Diddley, Heavy Music, Let It Rock. This is a perfect live album. Love it. All right, here's one I used to, this was definitely a grower that I didn't like. And it was weird I didn't like it because I was always like, man, it has every element I love about this band. It sounds good, but the songs ain't doing it for me. Boy, when I had to study for it for a review, it hit me, man. Rockford from Cheap Trick. And those that don't like this album and you're a Cheap Trick fan, please do what I did. I played it over and over again, and I finally got it. I had to play it over and over again for the review, and I finally got it. This is a great, awesome album. Love it. Like my friend David Lovett. Not David Lovell, David Lovett. Okay. Wait, I got some track-by-track donations here mixed. Damn it. Why? All right, let me put these aside. Here's a hint of one of them. All right. Gangsta. Word, I pull the trigger long. Yes, Ice-T with Original Gangster. Love it, man. Straight Up Nigga. That song's fucking great. And New Jack Hustler, New Jack Hustler. Midnight, he samples the song Black Sabbath. Bitches 2. This whole album's really, really good. One of my favorite rap albums, actually. Body Count. The song Body Count's on here. Escape from the Killing Fields. Great stuff, man. Ice-T. Motherfucker. Alright, I got this, man. I love Joel Grind. Toxic Holocaust. And he put up a thing saying, look, there's only 100 of these made. I just put it up now, so I ran and bought it. And it's called Welcome to Armageddon City. Now, it wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting, you know, some hardcore crossover. This, and it was really good, actually. This is instrumental stuff, and it sounds like kind of like 80s, like almost like a soundtrack music from the 80s movies. Really, really good stuff, man. And this is a vinyl. It's square and stuff, but it's a vinyl. And it's really cool. And I think he only made 100 of them. And I was like, oh, I got to get this, not knowing what it was going to be like. And when I put it on, at first I was like, wow, that's a long intro. And then it kept going. And then the whole thing was kind of, you know, very 80s sounding instrumental stuff. And it was really good. I'm glad I got this. I bet you can't get that no more. I bet that sold out. Gary Moore, man. I mean, Jesus. This guy. Every note he plays, you can feel his soul pour out. This is my favorite Gary Moore album. I'll never forget. There's a thing down here called the Youth Fair. Back in 83, what year did this come out? 82. I was in traffic trying to get in there, and the radio played End of the World. And I was like, what the hell? Because End of the World starts with a ripping solo. I was like, what is this? And then we finally parked and stuff, and I went with a friend. I said, dude, keep the radio on. I need to find out who that was. And the DJ said, Gary Moore. I was like, I wrote it down too. Gary Moore, I gotta find this, you know. Gary Moore, End of the World. This album, every song, except, I will say, and he plays great on it, but I'm not a fan, and a lot of people cover this. Blackfoot covered it, Wishing Well. It's the only song I can do without, because I don't like the song in general, even though he rips on it. But I Can't Wait Until Tomorrow, amazing. Rockin' Every Night, ripping tune. Don't Take Me for a Loser, Always Gonna Love You, Gonna Break My Heart Again. Could have been, it's such a catchy song, could have been a huge hit. Falling in Love with You is beautiful, almost kind of like a mellow disco-ish song, but it's gorgeous, cold-hearted, ripping. My God, favorite Gary Moore album, Corridors of Power. Therapy, I haven't heard this in so long. Infectious Grooves, the plague that makes your booty move. I have the poster for this too, and Punk It Up is great. The song, the Infectious Groove song, You Lie and Your Breath Stinks. Just awesome stuff, man. Hell yeah. Alright, here's something I got from the great, my friend, the Canadian, Jackson Rowdy. He got me another Gore album. This one's called The Toilet Earth. And, dude, I appreciate it. You know, like I said a million times, dude. He sent me this, and, you know, I should say, oh, it's great, it's hot, but I can't lie, my friend. I will tell you, though, the first song and the last song, Saddam Go-Go and the Obliteration of Flag Quartz 9 was awesome. I mean, that's worth it alone, but the rest of it, I'll keep giving it chances, my friend. But I wasn't really digging it, but those two songs grabbed me. But I only listened to it once, and I'll keep listening to it. And it came in a cool, I know a lot of people love these, you know, it's a black and red vinyl thing. And it's cool. It's a gatefold with the lyrics and wacky pictures of Gore. But, you know, I mean, There was one I heard at the radio station when I used to do a radio show. That was really good, man. I don't remember the name of that album though. It had to be around 2000, either 1999 or 2000. Those were the years, maybe 2001. What year was this? It was 2010, right? But they made an album that, man, I think it was the one that, you know, with the animals or something like that. It was pretty metal, pretty kick-ass. Alright. This is a band, actually, the cover. This is Black Label Society's first album, Sonic Brew. And I think it was Johnny Walker got pissed off and they had to change the cover. And I have that version too. It brings No More Tears, their version. This is a great album. I will say this, and no, I won't. I'm going to do a separate video about that. What I think of Zakk Wylde and Pantera. But Bored to Tears is probably my favorite on here. Spoke in the Wheel, gorgeous ballad. Mother Mary. The Beginning at Last is the best damn guitar solo on this album. And Taz, cool, like acoustic jam, instrumental. Black Pearl. Born to Lose, Peddlers of Death. Great stuff. The first Black Label. Not too crazy about anything they've done after Order the Black, to be honest with you. Elvis in person. This is a double album. This is Elvis in person and Elvis back in Memphis. And this is at the International Hotel. It's both live. Well, live albums and some studio stuff. And it's awesome. I really love this. And for my friend Edwin Canastracci, he told me that the best version of Suspicious Minds is on here. And I already heard it, and he said I recently did a podcast. He's got a podcast called Rock All Over You podcast, and he said the best version of Suspicious Minds is from the International Hotel. So I put this on again to hear that version, and doggone it, he's right. I even like this version even better than the studio version. Love me some Elvis, man. Oh. Alright. Stevie Nicks. This is a great, great CD. Street Angel. The song that I really love on this here is Rose Garden. I love me some Stevie. And rest in peace, Christy McVie. Blue Denim's awesome. The title track. Love is Like a River. I really dig on Stevie Nicks. Alright, maybe it's happened, but I don't think so. You're never going to see a Currently Crankin' where I don't hold up the greatest band in my world. Black Sabbath, the first album. The Warning is my favorite track on here, even though it's a cover. Ainsley Dunbar, the guy who was in Journey and Starship, Jefferson Starship. The Game Changer, man. It's the first metal album ever, in my opinion. The Wizard, N.I.B., Wicked World. And this is the version with the inverted cross that the band didn't like, because they did not okay that, you know? And it's just mind-blowing album. Sleeping Village, Behind the Walls of Sleep. Love it. The first Black Sabbath album. Game Changer. Alright, here's another great one. They're all great. If I crank it, it's great. Nosferatu from Hellstar. With the Mexican Dio, they call him, Mike Rivera. Rhapsody in Blood. Baptism in Blood. Man, I was so happy when I saw Hellstar and they played that. This whole album. It's like, I believe, a concept album. And didn't I have them sign this? What the hell? I didn't take this with me? I should have. Or maybe he signed it inside. No, I guess I did not take it with me. Because he did not autograph this. Because I have had this forever. As you can see, this is Enigma. It's on Enigma Metal Blade Records. This is old school stuff, man. Love it. Love me some Hellstar. The Stones. Dancing with Mr. D. My favorite Stone song is on here. It's Heartbreaker. Well, it's actually pronounced do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And love me some Stones, man. And this one, I play quite a bit, actually. Love it. Goathead Soup is the name of it. Alright, here's one that, you know, a lot of Aerosmith fans are like, after Done with Mirrors, man. I like this more than Done with Mirrors. Yeah, you heard me right. Done with Mirrors, I love Let the Music Do the Talking more than the Joe Perry version. I know a lot of people think Joe Perry's Project does that song better. I don't think so. I think Done with Mirrors has a better version. My Fist Your Face is awesome. The Hop kicks ass. And that's it. This one, the only clunkers on here are kind of like popular ones. I never liked Love in an Elevator. I never liked Janie's Got a Gun. But I do like What It Takes, and I like The Other Side. Those were singles. I like everything else. You Young Lust rips, man. F-I-N-E, Fine, Monkey on Your Back. Love The Other Side. My Girl's okay. That one's Don't Get Mad, Get Even's fun. Hoodoo. And my favorite on here is Voodoo Medicine Man, written by the great Brad Whitford. This is an awesome album. I love Pump. I will always praise this album, man. And I know many don't like it because, you know, you're that guy, you know, it sold too many copies, so you're going to go with Dome Mirrors because it didn't even go wood. I think it went Formica. But whatever. I'm just kidding, okay? It's just my anger coming out for no reason. You know, I just did a pickle whistler move. I'm just pissed off for no reason. I can't accept others' opinions because I'm a twat waffle, basically. But boom, I'm over that. Now I respect your opinion. The first Rough Cut. I haven't heard this one in a while. Love me this Black Widow. Never Gonna Die. Take Her. Dressed to Kill. You know, You Keep Breaking My Heart. Awesome, man. I love this. I saw Rough Cut at this time headline over Alcatraz at Summers on the Beach in Fort Lauderdale. I dig me. No, actually, I don't think it was that album. It was the second one that wasn't as good. Yeah. From the Vault. Motorhead. This is a compilation of like B-sides and stuff. There's 2 songs on here that are different called Under the Knife, which I'm positive was influenced by Twisted Sister because Lemmy loved Twisted Sister. I love both those songs. Stone Deaf Forever Live. There's some live stuff on here. Remember Me, I'm Gone. Bomber, Girl School singing Bomber. Don't Do That. The Young and the Moody Band. Master Plan, also done by the Plasmat. Actually, it's the Plasmatics doing it. No, I'm sorry. It is Motorhead doing a version of the Plasmatics Master Plan. And then Plasmatics does No Class, but it's not the version on Coupe d'Etat. It's a different version. And then Stand By Your Man, which is Lemmy and Wendy O. Both people I worship, and I don't like that cover. It's that Stand By Your Man, but they do it, and it's what broke up the original. It's Fast Eddie had enough because of that. It fucked them up. But yeah, man, this is great, and it's got like a lot of cool little stories inside and artwork. See Wendy with Lemmy and Girl School. Love this stuff, man. From the Vault, which I'm sure they probably got ripped off because they always sign bad contracts. Who released this one? I can't even make it out. It has a little saxophone. Sequel Records. I'm sure they got boned. The Runaways. This one is Queen of Noise. My favorite song on here is Born to Be Bad. Midnight Music. Hollywood, California Paradise. Love me some Runaways, man. I've had this one forever. I bought this back in, not when it was new, because this is 1977. I bought this in 1985 while I was in California. Alright, we're coming down to the last CD, but I still got 3 more vinyls. Wasp with KFD, Kill Fuck Die. A lot of people love this album. I gave it another chance, though I always loved the song You. Is it called You? Yeah, You, and I love the Kill Your Pretty Face. So I put it on again. Oh, the horror is cool too, which is about a movie with Marlon Brando, Apocalypse Now. I put it on again, and I'm still kind of, you know, it's Wasp trying to be industrial and trying to compete with Marilyn Manson. Totally of the time. I will say, I do like, I mean, I'm listening to today. I've been on a Wasp kick. Actually, this hasn't been the only Wasp I've been listening to. You know, I've been listening to a lot of later Wasp since I saw that Wasp show. And I do think this is the last album. I think every album that came after this was not as good. But, yeah, listening to it today, it's dark. It is dark as hell, but and I can't help but, you know, listen to it. It's like, yeah, but it's kind of try-hardish. You know, the tour was insane. I didn't see the tour, but I have a bootleg of it where Blackie puts on a knife and this time he has a nun on a rack, and what he does, you know, he has a knife down here, and you know what he does with, you know, not a real pig, you know, not a real nun either. I'm sure that was not a nun. It was just somebody in nun's clothes. I would think. But anyway, it's an okay album. I'm not saying it's horrible, but it is a little try-hardish if you ask me. All right, 3 more to go. Those are all the CDs I've listened to. Not really. I mean, I put a lot of shit away. I don't want these videos to be like, you know, 90 minutes long because, you know, I listen to a lot of music when I'm home. That's all I do. I don't watch movies or nothing. I just slap on vinyl and CDs. The First Sanctuary, Refuge Denied. This is awesome. I'm so happy I got to see this tour and in the Mirror Black. But this one I saw them open for Megadeth and Warlock. Awesome. Battle Angels, Die for Your Sins, The Third War. I love the version of White Rabbit they do on here. The song Sanctuary, which I saw Nevermore play Sanctuary. Veil of Disguise, the whole album, man. The whole album is great. Rest in peace, Warl Dane. This would be my 3rd favorite Anthrax album. My first is Fistful of Metal. Then I would say Spreading the Disease. Then I would say Not Among the Living. I would say this one. The first one with John Bush. Sound of White Noise is awesome. This is an awesome album. Potter's Field, Invisible, Burst. I Love Only, Room for One More, Package Rebellion, High Pro Glow. Oh, 1,000 Points of Hate. Nitroglycerin. And it has a couple bonus stuff. It's got Noise Gate, which is a B-side from, it's kind of like demo sounding, but I still love it. And it has Bordello of Blood, which is not from this era. It was from a soundtrack for one of those creep show movies. I think the movie was called Bordello of Blood. But the one thing I will say I don't like about this, Black Lodge is so much better on the CD version, which the guy, he just recently passed away, the guy that did, you know, the music for Twin Peaks, he did the intro to this. It's so much better. I'm not a big fan. I mean, Black Lodge, when I first bought this album, I was like, eh. Then when I bought the single, because I was buying these singles, because their B-sides were unbelievable on here. They do Auf Wiedersehen, which I wish was on here. The Cowboy song from Thin Lizzy, London from the Smiths. I know there was a few others. Poison My Eyes, which actually wasn't a B-side, but still, great stuff, man. Sound of White Noise, my 3rd favorite Anthrax album. I think it's phenomenal, and I think it's the best thing they did with John Bush. Alright, the grand finale, man. I was in a weird mood. So now, why not play an awesome Weird album that I had Alice Cooper sign when I met him? Dada. This album, yeah, I love the Blackout era, man. And I don't know, I'm torn between this and Flush the Fashion. Which one's my favorite? Now, I love Special Forces. Scarlet and Sheba is probably my favorite on here. I love America's Hilarious. It's just a really, really strange album. But I love it. I love this album. And this was one of these albums that I played like at 2, 3 in the morning. What it was I was just scrolling on the internet and Scarlet and Sheba just came in my head out of nowhere. I was like, man, I gotta play Dada. It's been a while. And that's it, my friends. That is my Currently Cranky. The last one for 2022. Again, please be responsible. You know, don't drink and drive. And if you are going to drink, have an Uber get you. Or a friend drive you around. A sober friend like me. Because I can't drink anymore because of my pancreas. Long story. But all I know is that I want you to be alive next year. And also anybody out in the street, I don't want you to kill them either, you know? And I love you all, man. I love you all, and thank you so much for making 2022 an amazing year for me. Ever since I've been doing this YouTube stuff with all you amazing subscribers tuning in, you make living fun. And that's it, my friends. So hey, if you like to donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. And please subscribe to my channel if you have not. So stay frosty, listen to Black Sabbath, and schmack 'em a gob. Happy New Year!